All right, we are recording. So, welcome to the Monday night call, and thank you for all of those that have turned your videos on. I really appreciate it. It's very, very respectful. I think it just helps us so much better, especially for the speaker. It just helps the speaker to be able to communicate with you guys better when we can see you guys. So we've been asked to do this tonight. Jamie is in the process of moving her entire house. I don't know why she would do that through the holidays, but she's crazy. But anyway, so we were asked to do this, and so we wanted to hop on here, and we're going to kind of share just a little bit of our story and just some things that we kind of just threw back and forth to each other today, and thought would be something that you guys would want to hear. So hopefully you will. So I'll just start out with my story. So I joined, those of you that do not know, I joined March of 2017. So it was on a Friday. Someone had posted hair, skin, nails. Okay. So they had posted about hair, skin, and nails. And I was like, that sounds interesting. What do I need to do? She explained to me the loyal customer program, and I signed up. Well, on Sunday, also at the same time frame, my husband had come home and asked for us to talk about our finances, our budget, where it was at the time. And it was one of those conversations that kind of ended like I was going to have to get a part-time job at least 1 or 2 nights or something like that, or a couple of hours. We talked about me keeping kids, which I was not down for at all. Like anybody that knows me, I'm not down for keeping other people's kids. I love children. I love my children, but I feel like keeping children should be a calling from the Lord. And I do not have that calling, and I feel okay by saying that. So there were tons of things that we had thrown out there. And we, at the time, we lived in Sebastopol, okay? So how many of you live in a small town? If you live in a small town, drop a 1 in the chat below. If you live in a small town, at the time, we lived in Sebastopol. So we lived there almost the whole 2 years. Okay, so you guys all live in a small town. Do you feel like a small town affects how your business is ran? Do you feel like it affects whether you are able to sell a lot, get your loyal customers? Because I'm about to drop a bomb for you guys, okay? Here it is. You ready? I lived in a small town of 281 people. 281, not 2,000, not 3,000, not 5,000. Even Brad's small town was like 2,500, y'all. And I thought that was small until we moved to Sebastopol, Mississippi, okay? Like we were in between chicken houses and cow pastures.
There was a lot more animals than people.
Way more animals than people, okay? Way more animals. Like like the chickens and the cows took over Sebastopol, not people at all.
Hey, quit laughing, Nathan.
So if you ever feel that little demon on your shoulder that says, well, you live in a small town, say, well, you know what? Savannah went double diamond. Yes, I went double diamond living in a town of 281 people, you guys. You can do this, okay? So let's knock that excuse out of the ballpark. So I lived in a town of 281 people. So where was I going to get a part-time job at? Right? So it's like, what am I going to do? Go work at the chicken plant? Like, it ain't happening. Okay, so so on Friday, I had talked about hair, skin, and nails with a girl. Sunday, she just messaged me after we'd had this conversation. I went to church, I prayed about it. She messaged me. She's like, hey, would you think about making some money with this? And I'm like, let's do it. It was $99. I went all in. And I just did it. I didn't even, y'all, I remember thinking, what have I done? Because I have no idea what I just joined. I didn't know any of the products. Like everybody's like, oh, that's the place that sells the wraps. I didn't even know what a wrap was. All I knew was there was hair vitamins, and that's it. I knew absolutely nothing. I didn't know the comp plan. I didn't know about bonuses. I didn't know about I knew nothing. Okay. I just knew that I had a financial situation. I had prayed about it, and someone messaged me. That's all I needed. Like, I did not need, like, you know, the storm to come in and all this stuff. So I joined, and we were able to make enough to take care of our girls' tuition. So they they're in Christian school at our church school. And we were going to have to pay, was it like, at the time, was it like 200? Because just Albany was in school, right? So like Albany was the only one in school. So we needed an extra $200 a month for her to continue to stay in that school. And so I was able to make that. I made that in no time. I learned fast start bonuses, you guys. Made about $2,000 in fast start bonuses within my first 3 months. That was fast start bonuses alone. That did not include my commission. That didn't include, at the time, we only had wrap cash. Keto coffee was not even heard of at the time. We only had wraps. So wrap cash was our only option as far as if you wanted to make some cash on the side. So we went through the year. We were just gliding along. We were doing good. And we were making enough money to cover my daughter's tuition. Paisley started school the latter part of that year. We were making enough money for her tuition. And then this crazy thing happened. And I stopped signing people. Okay. So people have, I feel like everybody in this company is going to have a couple of situations that are going to happen. You're going to have a bad month. You're going to have a slow month. You're going to have those moments where you're going to like want to reach through the screen and be like, why are people not buying from me? Okay. And it's either going to happen at the very beginning of your business or it's going to happen a little bit later down the road. Mine happened later down the road. I started out on a mountaintop. Okay, so in March, I was on the mountaintop. I was enrolling. I was signing people like crazy. And then all of a sudden, in October of 2017, I hit a dry spell. Nothing. October, November, December, nothing. You guys, when I say nothing, I mean not one distributor, not one customer for 3 solid months. If you think that all of a sudden you're discouraged because you hadn't signed anybody all week, try going 3 months without signing a soul. I was like, I'm done. I was like, I am done. I was like, the Lord has left me. I am done. I was like, my season has passed. I was telling my husband, like, I was throwing out all this stuff to him. And this is why it's so important, you guys, first of all, to get your husbands, get your spouses, get your significant other, whoever, or some accountability partner on some of these Zooms with you. Okay? Let them hear what could be a possibility for you. Okay? So we had not gone to any events at this time together at all. I had been to one event in Mobile, Alabama, and my mother-in-law actually went with me, and she went with me just because she felt bad for me. I mean, on all honesty, she really did. She did not want to go, but she didn't want me going by myself, and she felt bad for me. So she went with me. We heard an amazing testimony. And we actually heard an amazing testimony of a lady that was on Crohn's that was taking greens while she had Crohn's disease. And my husband was experiencing the same situation. And so we put him on greens. And so he was falling in love with the product. I was falling in love with the money, except for all of a sudden I hit the dry spell. Okay, so the end of the year comes and Brad's like, well, I tell him, I'll be honest with you guys. I was like, I'm going to quit. I was like, nothing's working out for me. I was like, I did what I started out to do. That was to help us get out of this financial burden. And, I think we're done. And he was like, well, give it a year. He said, you started this for whatever reason, just give it a year. Let's get to March. March would have been my 1-year mark. And let's see what happens. So January comes in. In January, I remember Jamie saying, you need a new why. You need a new why, a why that makes you cry. It needs to be stronger. Okay. And I had remembered hearing all these stories of women retiring their husbands, becoming full-time families. I actually met one of them in person. She was from a small town, not as small as 281, but she was from a small town in Mississippi. Same situation at the time. What was Brittany? A triple diamond? She had just
I don't
went triple
remember.
diamond or something. She had just went triple diamond, retired her husband, and they were in the process of buying an RV and just traveling the United States with their 2 kids. And I was like, well, if she can do it, and y'all, she was so awkward in person. She was so shy, just like me. She didn't even know like how to talk to me. Like our husbands were doing our like her husband was doing better carrying on the conversation than her and I were. Because we were both just so shy. And I was like, man, if she can do this, I can do this for sure, no doubt. And if these people are retiring their husbands, why not me? God is no respecter of persons. And you've heard Jamie tell it all the time. You are the head and not the tail. Okay? We are a royal priesthood. And if God wants to do something for his children, he wants more than anything to bless us. So I counted this as a blessing for me, and I wanted God to do it. So I started out January 2018 with it in my mind. I was going to retire my husband. Do you want to start from here?
I am so glad she did not quit. I have been home with my family for a year and a half now. And you know, I get to carry my kids to school. I get to pick them up from school. I get to change our newborn's diaper. Almost every diaper that's been changed.
He loves it too.
Yes.
They spend 30 minutes changing diaper because they have like this conversation that nobody else understands.
I know that changing diapers might not excite very many husbands or men, but let me tell you, that also comes with I get to change my own oil in my vehicle because I have time. I get to mow my own grass, you know, and I get to go out to the shed and just enjoy what men like to do. The best thing about this opportunity and me being retired is we get to travel. Her family lives in Charlotte, and we don't have to ask off. And I am so glad that she did not quit when we had a dry spell. And I was just thinking when we was getting ready for this this meeting that we're doing, I was thinking how we need to treat this like a brick and mortar business. And too many times we kind of just overlook what we're doing as far as, oh, this is not as important, but it is just as important. And it operates a lot like, even though we don't have all the expenses, it's a lot like it. It has ups and downs.
Mm-hmm. Like Popeyes, they ran out of chicken sandwiches, y'all. Did they quit? Did they shut Popeyes down? No.
You know, it has ups and downs. Every business has ups and downs. I've just recently got interested in real estate and pursuing some work in that. And I was listening to some training and some courses, and they was talking about how the real estate market is up and the real estate market is down. The real estate market is up and it's down. And do you think those agents and those brokers and those companies quit when it's down? Whenever they go 2 or 3 months without selling a house, do you think they just throw in the towel? They don't. Everybody has ups and downs. This business that we're in has ups and downs. And the other thing is, everybody that walks in their store does not buy something
the first time.
Yeah. Mm-mm. And they might not ever buy anything. They might have 30 people walk through that store that day and just look around. And they don't say, you know what, I'm locking the doors today because nobody bought anything. I talked to 30 people and everybody asked a bunch of questions. They tried on a bunch of clothes and they put it all back. You know, I mean, this business is the same. We have ups and downs, and not everybody is gonna purchase what you have. Right. You just have to go on to the next person. You just don't quit when it's down and when nobody's buying. You stay in it.
Right.
And I was just talking to Savannah about this right before the call. I asked her to remind me how long would it take someone if they ranked up one rank a year? How long would it take them to get to the top of this company? And it was like 8 years.
8 years.
We have 8 ranks. And if your goal was just 8, just to rank up one rank a year.
Yeah. Okay, so listen to this. So, okay, if you, those of you that work a full-time job right now or a part-time job, I want you to put in the chat the last time you got a raise and how much it was. Everybody participate. When's the last time you got a raise at your full-time job and how much was it?
So there's 8 ranks. And if you ranked up a rank a year, I think it was like at the end of the 8 years, you would be at an average of $30,000 a month, y'all. What?
Okay, so Jessica, so you can't get any more raises at your job? Is that what you're saying?
No, I can't tell you the last time I got a raise.
See, that's, you guys, that's awful. Like, I mean, and okay, so I'm going to read a couple of these. Okay, so Kristen says this year over $5 an hour. So you must have changed like total positions. Last year, 25 cents an hour. Long time. At Christmas, last year, 50 cents an hour. 3 years ago, 60 cents an hour. A long time. This last spring, 60 cents an hour. This year, $25 a week.
You'll be blowing those raises out of the planet if you stayed with this company.
Yeah. You guys, so I joined in 2017, and here we are 2019, and I make a double diamond paycheck,
which is a diamond,
which is about $4,000 a month for me. I gave myself a $4,000 a month raise, or is it 5, 6? I don't know. We bring in a total of $7,000 a month. $7,000 a month, you guys. I want you to think about that for a minute. And you're telling me, you sat here in the chat and you've told me 60 cents an hour, 25 cents an hour. But if you ranked up 1 rank a year for the next 8 years, you guys, in 8 years, you would be given $30,000 a month. A month.
So try it. Stop saying, you know what, I'm going to give it a year. How about somebody make up their mind and say, I'm going to give it 8 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it 8 years.
Every business owner will tell you your first year, you're not going to make hardly anything your first year. Every business owner will tell you that. Anyone that owns a business will tell you
you won't make a profit. You'll be trying to get out of the hole.
Yeah.
Trying to pay for all the inventory that you.
Yeah. Every single time. That's the same way with you are running a business. No, it's not turn, lock, and key where you're walking into a building every single day, but every single day you pick up this phone right here, you have unlocked a door. You have made the decision when you pick up this phone, and whether you post on Facebook, whether you post on Instagram, whether you post on your stories, and whether you message people, you have decided if you were going to open your business or not. That has been placed in your hands. If you work today and you didn't send one message out, you didn't work. It's 9:24. And if you haven't asked one person to be a distributor today, you have not worked. It's 9:24.
So don't expect to get paid.
If you haven't asked them to be a customer, you haven't worked your business. You have not unlocked the door. What you've done is you've sat outside the door and watched as people walk by as I get them. Because I've always told my team, if you don't get them, I'm going to get them. Because I'm going to work my butt off, because I'm going to stay home with my kids. My husband's going to stay home with my kids. And I'm going for $30,000 a month. And I'm reaching everybody I come across. Every person that gets on my Facebook, they're going to be asked, hey, you want to be a distributor? Okay, you want to be a customer? Okay, do you want to post a post for me? No? Okay, well, sorry, we can't be friends. Like, I'm moving on. I don't have time. Like, I've lost years with my kids. Like with Albany, I wish so much that I had this opportunity when I had Albany. Albany is she'll be 8 next month.
I was telling you the other day, I said that I believe Oakley is sweeter than the other ones. Oakley's our third child. And I said, hey babe, I said, I think she's much sweeter than the other ones. And she said, no. She said, you just didn't get to spend any time with the other ones. I didn't get to see them. I didn't get to change their diaper. They was going to bed when I came home from work. I didn't get to spend any time with them. I am getting to spend time with my family because of this opportunity, this job. This is not a get rich quick.
No.
It takes time.
It takes
And
time.
if you're patient, anything that's valuable is going to cost you something, number one, and it's going to take time. It's going to cost you something, and it's going to take time. Anything that you can make a lot of money with, it takes time. Just say like a professional athlete, they have this opportunity to make millions. But you know what? They started when they were 7 years old. And it took them 13 years, 15 years of practice and working and games to make that type of money. Anything, it's going to take some time. Like motivational speakers, Eric Thomas, I listen to him some. And you know what they do at the beginning, the first few years, they give away their content for free. I mean, they're not making any money for the first 3 or 4 years.
No. But you have an opportunity. You guys, you have an opportunity to make as much money as you want to right now. There will be slow parts. There will be downfalls. There will be valleys, and there will be mountaintops. But I can guarantee you there's not another a multi-level marketing, direct sales, network marketing. There's not another company out there that you can make this much money this fast. It's not out there. It is not out there. If you ladies have not watched the Man Zoom with Ben Boyle, is that his name? With Ben Boyle, where he talks about they research every single company for 3 months solid.
Yeah.
3 months, him and his wife researched every single company and researched it again and again. And he said every time they came back to it works because there was not a better compensation plan. It works.
Yeah.
But are you working to make it work for you? It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it and we would all be multimillionaires. But it's not easy, but is it worth it? Yes. I'm sitting here today telling you, yes, it is worth it. It is worth you getting up an extra 30 minutes and working your business. If you've got to be at work at 7 and you normally get up at 6, get up at 5:30. Do yourself a 30-minute power, half hour, whatever. And, get your business started early in the morning. Go to work, go work your full-time job, whatever you've got to do. When you come home at night, set 30 minutes and say, hey, I just need 30 minutes, you guys, of just undivided attention on my phone. And that's it. And I'm done. Can you work this business in an hour? Yes, if you are focused and if you're determined. And if you're doing all the things that we told you to do, if you're doing all the things. But if you're sitting there and you're only posting, that takes 3 minutes maybe. And then the other 27 minutes, you're scrolling, that's not working your business. Growing your network, messaging, posting, it's repetition. It gets old after a while. That's why a lot of times we like to change it up. We like to change what we're doing, host a post, change our wording around. We totally understand that. But you know what? The cashier at McDonald's, she's going to ask you the same question every day. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? You want a double cheeseburger, no lettuce? Okay, gotcha. Okay, next. Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? A number 3? Okay, thank you. Next. Welcome to McDonald's. I mean, it's the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, every job is repetition.
Yeah.
Every job is repetition. You just have to fall in love with the repetition.
So you should get good at it.
So
This
yeah.
is my pet peeve, and I haven't ever been able to say this, so I'm about to take my turn. This is my turn right here.
We are totally red. If you did not understand, you don't know color personalities, we're red.
She just mentioned this, but look, you talked about growing your friends list. Please max out your friends list. It's so easy to do. Don't be sitting around trying to sell this product with 300 friends,
Or
with
even
700 with 700 friends, with 1,500 friends. Don't do it. We've been doing this for 2.5 years, and we get calls that people say, you know what, it just ain't working. I think I'm going to quit. And I go look at their profile, and they've got 500 friends.
It's the number one thing we do is we look at your friends list. If my
You're
team
not
comes
working.
to me
You're not
and they
working.
tell me something's not working for them, the number one thing I do is I look at their friends list.
Here's how I grow my friends list: is I go and if I'm interested in a comment, or it looks like something I want to comment on, I'll comment on it, and then I'll add everybody else that commented on that post as a friend, and I'll hit the like button. I'll like what they commented on that post, so that pops up on their notification that I liked a comment, and then right after that it'll say Brad wants to be your friend. It's super simple.
Yeah.
So they know I'm a real person and I'm actually talking on this Facebook. So don't sit around and try to work this business with 1,500 friends. Don't do it with 2,000. Listen, add, I don't know how many they recommend. It's easy to add.
If you're
30
on
or
my
40.
power hours, I say you need to add at least 50. Okay, Makiva just said she's maxed out. Makiva, when did you join the business? How long have you been in? 5 months? February. She started in February. So February, I don't even know my months. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. We're just going to say 8 months. 8 months, y'all, and she's maxed out her friends list. She has 5,000 friends.
You can do it in about 2 or 3 months, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. No,
a good
I'm not,
problem to have is that you've maxed out your friends,
Yeah.
and now you've got to delete them. If you've been in this for more than 5 months and you don't have 5,000 friends, you're not growing your network consistently every single day.
Somebody had talked about it's like passing out coupons. Like
Yeah.
you're that's how you pass out the coupon. You're adding, interacting. And the other thing is interact, and that's how people see your post. Don't go through your news, your feed and just comment on the same people's stuff. The way I like to comment on people's stuff is I go down my friends list, not my feed. I'll go down my friends list and click on somebody and then see what they posted last, and I'll comment on that. Work your friends list, not your feed.
Yep. For those of you that are not able to hop on the 6 a.m. power hours that we do, this is our growing the network every single day. We're adding 50 Facebook friends. We're adding 100 Instagram friends. We are interacting with 5 new Facebook friends, 5 new Instagram friends, and 5 stories of people we've never interacted with. Every day, we're making connections. Every day. Every day. If you're talking to the same people, or all you're doing, sorry, y'all, I told y'all I was sick, so like now it's all coming back to me. If you're talking to just the people that you're seeing on this screen right now every single day, and all you're doing is commenting on their stuff, then that's all that's going to see your stuff. If I go to Maria's page and I just comment on her stuff all day long, Maria is the only friend that Facebook recognizes that I have. And she's the only one that's going to get to see my stuff. We have to be social. So I want to do this skit. I don't know, one day we'll figure out how to do it, but Facebook is a little strange. Okay, it's like, oh my God, look at my daughter Albany. Isn't she sweet, cute, pretty, blah, 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 blah. That's my post. And then all of a sudden, this is how everybody reacts. It's just like and heart, like and heart, like and heart. And if that was a real conversation, it's like, what? Huh? What does that even mean? What does thumbs up even mean? You liked it? Okay, so do you think she's cute too? Or no? Or like what? We've got to get personal. We have to build these relationships. Like, Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, she is cute. I love her dress. Where did she get it? I love her shoes. Now we're talking. Now we're communicating. So now when I pop up in your messenger and be like, hey girl, I'm giving away $100 cash. Do you want to enter it? And they're not like, no. No, they know you now because you've had conversation with them. So if you're running into this thing where people are not doing host to post for you, you need to ask yourself, am I interacting? I will tell you, I'm not a good interactor. He is, even though he tells you he does not like to talk to people, I'm not good at interacting because I'm not a people person, okay? I like to stay in my box, okay? I could stay here at my house all day long, 7 days a week.
And never eat. Like, I have to make her eat. I'm like, come on.
And I would be
you got a baby to feed.
I'd be totally fine. If it wasn't for Oakley, I would not eat. I would be totally fine with that. I have to make myself comment. There's BV in commenting. I want you to, every time you're scrolling Facebook, there's BV in commenting. There's BV in commenting. There's BV in every time. Because you never know the next person that you're going to comment on, and then all of a sudden they're going to pop. Like, I had a girl today. She's a loyal customer. It popped up on my thing right before we went on the Zoom. Oh, Courtney has become a loyal customer. Y'all, I don't know who Courtney is. I have no idea. All I know is somehow she's seeing my post. She pops in my messenger. She's like, girl, I got to lose weight. What do I need to do? And I'm like, okay, well, and so we start talking. I tell her, oh, she's got a baby. She's nursing her baby. Oh, I got a baby too. I'm nursing my baby too. Let me tell you what I'm doing because I'm being a product of the product. Let me tell you what I'm doing. So we start talking. She's a loyal customer. It's that simple, y'all, because somewhere along the line, I've done something on Facebook that's connected the two of us, and she came to me. When she thought about losing weight, she got in touch with me. When you're walking out of Apple Barn in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and some random ladies are sitting in rockers, and they're like, oh my God, that's the It Works girl. You have accomplished your job. You have done it. You have succeeded.
That really happened.
That really happened, y'all. I had no idea who these ladies were. All I know is walking out of Apple Barn in Tennessee, and I heard him say, that's that It Works girl. It's like, yes, ma'am, I am. I sure am. I didn't have a shirt on or nothing. But I'm all over. I had people visit our church from other places, and they're like, I know you from somewhere. I think I see you on Facebook. I watch your videos. Yes, please, and keep watching them because you're gonna want what I have. You got to build relationships, you guys. Lives are huge. Commenting is huge. Interacting is huge. They may seem small. It may seem like small things. I'll admit, I thought interacting was a small thing, not that big of a deal. But then I realized it was huge. All right, so I don't know. We are at, I wanted to end this thing at like 9:30. We're at 9:39. You know, like I'm trying to keep it short, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, do we have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? I don't know if I'm the one to answer questions, but did you go over all of your notes?
No.
Look at all
No.
There's like 4 pages of notes he wrote.
Hey, somebody.
I love y'all.
Somebody the other day, and I want to say this. Somebody the other day, I'd made a post and about making extra money, and they said as long as I don't have to recruit anybody. Oh, and that fired me up. Like I got so fired up over that. They said as long as I don't have to recruit anybody. So I started thinking about all the business opportunities and all the jobs where people actually recruit. I used to work for Firestone, and our store manager would leave every day around 2 or 3 o'clock, and he would go try to recruit employees from other shops, other mechanic shops. He would sit out in the parking lot and wait for them to walk to their car, and he would like start asking them how much money they was making. He would try to get them, but he was recruiting, and people don't bash them about recruiting. Mm-mm. I mean, this is a legitimate business. I mean, we do the same thing other businesses do. And like a professional athlete, a scout for a professional athlete. They're recruiting athletes all the time. I mean, recruiting is not a bad word. It's not and this whole world is full of it. And even like that, we can't even be, Jesus told us to go and compel them to come in, go recruit people. To be a Christian, you need to be a recruiter. So don't ever look at that as a bad word. I don't know if that fit in, but I wanted to say it.
Yeah.
Don't ever look at that as something negative, because those companies out there are doing it also. And even the Bible tells us to do it as Christians. So don't look at that. We believe in this opportunity. We believe in these products. Get you a testimony with the product.
Yeah.
And then somebody can't try to discourage you from doing this.
Yeah. Don't let anyone ever discourage you. Let me tell you right now, I want you to drop your why in the chat below. What is your reason for doing this business? Is it $100? Are you paying for groceries? Are you paying for childcare? What are you doing this business for? Why are you doing? Maybe you're not doing this for money. Maybe you're doing it for friendship, maybe fellowship. Maybe you're doing it for Margaritaville. I don't know. Why are you doing this business? I want to know.
A lady bumped into us yesterday and said, "Hey, that celery you sold me is really working." My husband told me the other day, he said, "Oh, your stomach's looking flatter."
Y'all, celery is off the chain. I'm telling you. It will make flat belly in no time. It's my flat belly stuff. I love it. Like, I got people calling it flat belly juice. Seriously. It's that good. It's amazing. Don't downplay it. It's nasty. But it's so good.
She walked up to us while we're eating lunch and was like, "I got to get some more celery because that stuff is working." That kind of stuff is what, whenever the negativity comes in, you can just dismiss it because you know that your products work. You know that the business opportunity works.
Yeah. Don't ever, so you're talking about your why. Can anybody else make your why come into existence but you? Can anybody else pay? Is anybody out there saying, "Hey, I'm gonna pay your groceries. Hey, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help pay all your bills so you can stay home with your baby girl. I'm gonna pay all your bills so you can take care of your mom, since she has cancer." Is anybody telling you that? No, but you have an opportunity that is telling you you can. It's going to take a hustle. No doubt. It is going to take a hustle. There's going to be mom guilt. If you've got kids, I'm telling you, mom guilt, it's a thing. You're going to have mom guilt. You think that I don't have mom guilt? I stay home with my babies. We take them to school. We pick them up. They're with us all the time. There are still moments that I feel bad because I'm like, I'm on my phone. I don't need to be working. I don't need to be on my phone. But then I have to realize, like, okay, we're leaving Thursday. We're going to North Carolina for 12 days. Okay, I've already got a list of things, plays, shows, amusement park, Christmas activities, tons of stuff that costs money. All of that's going to cost money. But I want to be that mom. I want to be that mom that's spending time with her kids and doing the things that I wanted to do before that we couldn't afford. Nobody's coming up to me saying, "Hey, I'm going to give you 12 days. 12 days of Christmas." That's all I can think about. I'm going to give you 12 days. You can go to Charlotte. You can be with your family, and I'm going to pay all your expenses. Nobody's offering to do that for me. But I have the ability. All I have to do is work on my phone. 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. Compound effects is huge. Guys, if you're not doing personal development, please do not take this wrong, because everybody knows that I love the Lord. But personal development is not prayer and reading your Bible. That's your personal devotion.
That's spiritual development.
That's spiritual. Your personal development is you need to find something to help your mindset. You need to be listening to other people's stories. You need to be listening. What are other people out there doing? Personal development is huge. I can always tell if someone's not doing personal development because they come and they're like, "I just don't know what else to do. I'm so disappointed. I'm so aggravated. I think I'm going to give up. Those are people that are not in personal development. There's nothing wrong with that. You're going to have those moments, but if that's constantly you all the time, then you don't have, in between here, you're not plugging in. You're not plugging in. Now, I heard this said, and I've always heard this said, I don't need a lot of personal development because I'm motivated. I don't know about y'all, but $7,000 a month motivates me. I don't need no extra motivation. I got the motivation. I'm ready to go all the time, 24/7. But some people need the motivation. Some people need the personal development. If you feel like your mind is constantly just, I mean, if you always feel like you're letting these things get to you, you need to find a way to plug in. If you don't know how to do that, get with your upline. Oh my gosh, Sarah is good at personal developments. She can tell you some good personal developments. Tammy Simmons, they can tell, these are people that are on my team, and I know them personally. I know there's probably more, but these are my girls. And I know that they're doing their personal development. I know that. I can sense it when I talk to them. So you've got to do your personal development. It's huge. It's going to change your life. This business is going to change your life, but don't downplay it. Don't downplay recruiting and getting customers. You and your why is important, and you are enough, and you can do whatever you put your mind to. You can do this. You've just got to put everybody else behind you. Okay? I'm not saying you got to block everybody on Facebook. I'm not saying that you got to get to Christmas and be like, I'm not talking to none of y'all because y'all wouldn't buy my celery. Okay? No, I'm not saying that. Okay? So don't go to Christmas being like, Savannah said I couldn't talk to none of y'all. But at some point, you do have to block them out of your head. You do. I mean, I told this story, and we're going to be done with this if nobody has any questions. But
no, we can just start letting them get off. I want to keep talking.
No, we're recording. Okay, one more thing, and then we're going to be done. You guys, I sat at a table when I first started this business. I sat at a table at a Barry's. It's a seafood place. Okay, with our best friends. Okay, our best friends. We told them about the business. They kind of asked us how it was doing. And now that we know where this was, it was more like a mock. You know, they were just kind of mocking us. But they asked us how it was doing. We were like, oh, it's going great. And they were like, they basically turned around and just laughed right in our faces and told us it was not going to work, that they had tried this before. You know, it works for a little while, and then, you know, then it all just dies out. That's exactly what they told us. These were our best friends. We were like, what? Like, really? You're going to have people that are going to sit down at the table Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm guaranteeing it. You will have these people that are going to laugh at what you're doing. They're going to make fun. They are going to do it. Yeah. But you know what you do? You just smile, and in the back of your mind, you just wait. Because one day you're going to be like, hey, I know you're hustling, so what you doing? Because I see that house that you bought. I saw that car that you bought. Well, I heard you gave this much to your church. Oh, yeah. Hustle hard enough until your haters are asking if you're hiring. I don't know if y'all seen that, but that's where you need to be. You need to be hustling hard enough until your haters ask if you're hiring. That's the point you want to get to. Because that's what people are constantly, we got one guy at our church. He wants to join so bad, he's so scared. I mean, he had never come out and said it, but it's one of those things where he's always like, what y'all selling? What y'all doing now? What y'all selling now? Is that really working? Yeah, you want to join us. You better get on this bandwagon. So don't let somebody ask a question about time management. This is the thing about time management, you guys. Okay. Time management is a big issue for me as well. You need to set timers. Okay? You need to do this right here. Y'all have y'all seen this sheet? I know my team has seen this sheet. Have y'all seen this sheet? Yep. Says daily to-do list. It's even got a column for you to write down the people that have hosted a post for you. It's got a column for you who you've talked to about your potential LLCs. It's got a column for your potential distributors. Get you one of these. Print you off one of these. If you don't have this, ask me for it. I will send it to you and you can print it off. Print you off for one every day of the week or every 2 days. However. But sit there, write you out a schedule on the back if you have to, and get it done. If you sit down at the end of the night and this is empty, say, okay, you know what? I may not can get all 15 hosted posts done right now, but I'm at least going to go for 5. I'm going for 5. You know, don't make goals so big where you are setting yourself up to fail. My husband does it all the time. He's like, I'm going to go run a 5K. And I'm like, you hadn't ran to the mailbox, son. Come on, you can't run a 5K.
And I'll jump up and say, you know what? I'm about to get 30 customers.
Yeah.
And I can't get 3.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just like, no, it doesn't work that way. Run to the mailbox first. And then when you run to the mailbox, then let's get excited and then run across the street to the neighbor's house. Okay? And then run to the next neighbor's house and then run a mile. We have to do this step by step. Don't set yourself up for failure. Okay? If you have a hard time, listen, this is I know I'm crazy. But in all seriousness, if you have a hard time, if you average, y'all, four customers a month, 1 customer a week is good. Do not downplay that. Okay? Do not downplay that at all. And don't compare yourselves one to another. Okay, that's biblical. But if you average 1 customer a month, that's what you've been doing up until now. You know what your average needs to be this month? 2. Okay, if you've been averaging 2 customers a month, you need to go for 4. You see what I'm saying? Don't sit there and say, oh, I've been signing 2 customers a month ever since January, but this month I'm going for 30. No, because then when you don't get 30, you're going to be upset. You're going to be mad and you're going to think that I didn't do it. But how many did you sign? 5? Oh my gosh, but you've signed 2 every single month and now you signed 5? That's huge. Don't compare yourselves with every single success. Everything is a success, first of all. Everything is a success. And everything's worth being congratulated. You got 1 more than last month. Hip, hip, hooray. Don't downplay yourself. I know there's months where we want to promote right now. We want to do this right now. But for one, to everything there is a season. As long as but listen, don't put God in charge of doing the work for you. We all know that God gives us the ability and the talent to do what we can do, and then he does the rest. Okay? You talk to 50 people today, he will provide the harvest. Okay? But you're going to talk to 50 people, not him. Okay? You've got to do your part, and then God will do the rest.
Have they heard the story about the guy with the farm that
I don't know, but you got 6 minutes to tell it.
Somebody was bragging on somebody's farm, and they said something about how good it looked, how him and God had done a good job on the farm, and he said yeah, but you should have seen it when God had it by himself. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the work too.
Yep. You've got to. You guys, I don't know if you've seen our church out in the middle of nowhere, okay? We have a beautiful facility. It's huge. It's like, how much? What's the appraisal on like $7 million? Like, what is it?
5 or 6.
$5 or $6 million building, okay, you guys? Out in the middle of nowhere. And people say all the time, oh my gosh, look what God has done. Yes, look what God has done, but look at the vision that our pastor put out there. It was because of our pastor's vision that even made this thing come to pass. And because the people got together and the people got behind the vision and the people put in the work and the people put in the outreach, that then God said, now I can bless what you've done. You've got to look at your business the same exact way. Don't sit here with this piece of paper on your desk and be like, okay, God, I'm ready. Fill in the lines, Lord. Fill them in. Bring all my potential customers. No, you've got to go out and do the work. I watch so many times on social media where they're like, okay, I'm just going to wait and see what God does. Wait, have you done your part yet? Because that's my next question. Have you done your host to post? Have you posted your product post today? Did you share your story yet? Oh, well, no. I'm just waiting because God's going to lay it on somebody's heart. Yes, baby, he is going to lay it on somebody's heart. But when he does, who do they know to go to? I mean, they got to go to somebody. They're going to go to Savannah because they watching Savannah's lives. They're going to say, oh, I know. Thank you, Lord, for letting me know I need to lose weight and get healthy because I know where I'm going. I've seen that girl's lives 100 times, and now I'm ready. You plant the seeds, God will send the harvest. Okay, is that it? Are we done? Any questions? 4 minutes. I feel like we're in the countdown. And seriously, if you do not have this, this is good. So you should be filling out one of these every month. Your steps to success. It should have your distributors' names on them, loyal customers, and one of these. I'm a paper and pencil girl. I like to write stuff down. When I write stuff down, I do better because then I can visually see it. It's there. All right. Well, I guess nobody has any questions. I'm going to I'm going to stop the recording. Hold on 1 second.
Hey, I have a question. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
When did you decide to enroll your husband? And